Every leap forward is sparked by a new kind of fire. Steam ushered in the industrial age, electricity powered cities, the internet connected minds. Each revolution had its source of energy, its fire. Now AI is igniting a new era. To reach Kardashev level 1, we need 10 quadrillion watts. That's about 500 times our current global energy use. That scale of ambition we are stepping into. We're not just building better, smarter software. We're building the backbone of a new civilization. The one that's built not just on data, but on decentralized energy and compute. I'm Greg Osuri. I'm a builder. I shaped the foundation of today's cloud. Kubernetes, Terraform, open tooling that let anyone build and deploy applications at scale. But infrastructure shouldn't be owned by a handful of companies. That's why we built Akash, the first truly decentralized cloud. A global marketplace for compute where anyone can contribute and anyone can consume. We sustain over 70% GPU utilization without centralized custody or scheduling. Our upgrades flow through AEPs, Akash enhancement proposals. Anyone can propose, vote, and build. Instead of hype-based token economics, we reward performance. Learn first, prove first, and yes, we brought this to Capitol Hill. I testified before Congress about the urgency of open AI infrastructure. Decentralized systems aren't just better. They're safer, more resilient, and more democratic. Akash is more than a product. It is a movement. It is live, it's scaling, and it is yours. AI is becoming civilization's new substrate, the invisible scaffolding upon which our future is being built. It's already reshaping the world, diagnosing cancer with greater accuracy, powering defense systems and cyber resilience, designing molecules, logistical systems, and creative tools. And we are still early. AGI, the ability to reason, plan, and learn broadly, could become the most important invention of the next 500 years. But it's built on closed infrastructure. We risk bottlenecks, capture, and fragility. We don't just need open models, we need open infrastructure beneath them. We must decentralize the foundation before it ossifies. In 2023, US data centers consumed 176 terawatt hours of electricity. That's about 4.4 of national grid. That's more than double what they used just 5 years ago. And the curve isn't slowing down. By 2028, the number could reach 12%, more than every household in California combined. The problem isn't silicon, it's supply. We build chips that can think, but we haven't built the energy system to sustain them. Grid expansion is linear, bogged down by permits, supply chain, and policy inertia. Meanwhile, AI is accelerating, demand is doubling every few years. Gartner predicts by 2026, 40% of all new AI data centers may not be able to get enough power to run. That's not a future risk, it's a near-term constraint. In this new era, watts are the new silicon. Power isn't just an input, it's the bottleneck and the battleground. We fix this with 3 levers, each powerful on its own, but transformative together. First, radical efficiency. We can squeeze more intelligence out of fewer watts. That means smarter compilers, model sparsity, quantization, and energy-aware scheduling. The more efficient our software, the less burden we place on hardware and on the grid. Second, massive clean supply. We must accelerate clean energy, solar, wind, geothermal, and small modular reactors. This is a long game, and it needs policy and permitting reform to move faster. Clean power is the only way to sustainably fuel AI at planetary scale. Third, decentralized compute. This is the fastest lever of all. What if we didn't have to wait for a new data center to be built? What if we tap into existing underutilized infrastructure in homes, universities, telco closets, and regional colos? This is where Akash thrives. It's how we deliver power and performance at speed without compromise. The combination of these levers is how we scale AI safely, efficiently, cleanly, and in a distributed manner. Decentralized AI is just not theoretical. It's happening right now, and it's working. Pluralis showed us what's possible with asynchronous swarm training. Thousands of GPUs contributed by volunteers around the world, working in parallel without centralizing coordination. Each node trains a shard of the model. It's fault-tolerant, scalable, and energy efficient. Jensen took that further, running a 72 billion parameter model fully on-chain. No data centers, no gatekeepers, just community-driven. Bagel added the critical trust layer with ZK LoRa. Using zero-knowledge proofs, it ensures every training update is valid without rerunning anything. It's cryptographic audit for model updates. News pushed scale even further. A 405 billion parameter model trained in the wild, fully open source, fully decentralized. This isn't the future, it's the present. Together, these breakthroughs prove only one thing. We can train powerful models without centralized servers. We can verify correctness without trust. And we can scale intelligence without monopolies. Let's talk about how we can take all of this decentralized infrastructure, idle capacity, global demand, and scale it to meet challenges of AI. We call it Akash Star Cluster, a product roadmap that brings hyperscale performance to a globally distributed network. Phase 1 launches in 2025. Data center grade star nodes. These are high density racks running in existing colo spaces powered by renewable energy, operated by independent node keepers. They form the foundation, the raw power layer. To support this, we are launching virtual machines in August and confidential computing in September, giving node keepers new tools to isolate, scale, and monetize their infrastructure reliably. Phase 2 starts in 2026. Telco Edge. Here we deploy into network-dense environments and fiber huts, cell towers, base stations. Close to users, close to data, radically reducing latency and transport costs. Phase 3, beginning in 2027, homes, schools, and local community sites. The long tail of underutilized infrastructure becomes active. A solar-powered server in rural school can train part of a global model. And that's the dream. Now for the math. 1 GB200 NVL722 rack draws around 120 kilowatts and contains 72 of the world's most advanced AI chips. To build 1 gigawatt AI cloud, we need around 8,300 of these racks. But here's the key. They don't have to live in one facility. They can live everywhere, distributed across regions, climates, and use cases. This is a hyperscale rebuilt from the ground up to be permissionless, flexible, and resilient. The cloud of the future isn't a place. It's a planet-wide mesh of compute, and Star Cluster is how we build it. Hardware is just potential until software makes it usable. That's why we built Akash ML, a distributed AI runtime designed to unlock real performance from globally scattered resources. It's GPU native, it's container first, and it's lightning fast. Akash ML abstracts away the pain of heterogeneity. Developers can deploy models across nodes worldwide without worrying about quirks of every machine. We support inference today, fine-tuning tomorrow, and fully training soon after. Whether you're running a star node in Austin or a microgrid in Nairobi, the experience is seamless. We provide usage-based pricing, hardware transparency, and plug-and-play integration with open model hubs. Akash ML turns idle hardware into production-grade AI infrastructure designed to scale without compromise. For AI engineers, Akash ML solves two of the most critical or most hardest challenges. First, transparency in model lifecycle management. Our open model lifecycle gives users compute, visibility, and agency. Unlike other platforms that may remove unprofitable models without warning. Akash ML surfaces real-time costs. If a model becomes expensive to maintain, users can choose to either attract more usage or shift to self-hosting. We empower communities to keep models alive. Two, consistent performance. Each model instance is rate limited and access gated to ensure smooth, reliable performance. No noisy neighbor risk, no unpredictable latency. We're not just building infrastructure, we're restoring control to the people who create and rely on these models. Now, how do we fund and govern a cloud with no single entry controls? With Starbonds, a new model of fractional on-chain ownership for compute infrastructure. And here's how it works. Anyone can reserve a Starbond. A node keeper provisions and operates the star node. AI workloads run, revenue is earned, payouts flow back to holders. It's transparent, permissionless, aligned from day one. But it's not just about access, it's about the upside and trust. Starbonds are designed to reward early participants, up to 6.4 times return on investment, or ROI, in high demand scenarios, only 25% principal at risk in low demand cases. The internal rate of return increases with early tier discounts from 36.7% to 44.8%. The early and deeper you commit, the greater your upside. And this isn't speculative crypto. These are productive digital assets tied to real-world AI infrastructure, powering actual AI workloads. Starbonds offer something rare in tech: alignment between usage, ownership, and returns. This is capital formation for the age of permissionless AI. It's how we build infrastructure that scales with trust by making everyone an owner. Starbonds let us finance the future and a share in its growth. Discounts are available to anyone with over 100 AKT staked. The deeper and longer the stake, the greater the discount tier. First issuance, Star Cluster Alpha, will release about 75,000 bonds each with a power value of $1,000. One of the most important advantages of decentralized compute is its flexibility. Not just in ownership or geography, but how it integrates with the grid. Unlike fixed location data centers that must pull from wherever the power grid allows, decentralized AI infrastructure can be location aware, time aware, and energy sensitive. Workloads can migrate to where the power is greenest, cheapest, and most available. When it's sunny in Arizona, we train there. When wind peaks in Kansas, we infer there. This isn't a small optimization. It is a fundamental shift. It turns compute from static burden into a dynamic asset. Instead of straining the grid, it balances it. This is the beginning of a new symbiosis between AI and clean energy. Centralized AI infrastructure creates single points of failure, physical, geopolitical, and economic. These hyperscale campuses are massive, fixed, and increasingly vulnerable. A single power failure, or a regulatory freeze, or geopolitical disruption could ripple through everything we built on top. In contrast, decentralized AI infrastructure is fault-tolerant by design. No single point of failure, no centralized choke point. Distributed nodes means resiliency, censorship resistance, and sovereign infrastructure that can be shut down with a keystroke or a policy memo. We're not just talking about uptime. We're talking about national strategy. In a world where compute is power, open systems are in luxury. They are the line of defense. This is how we preserve freedom in the age of digital acceleration, by decentralizing the power that drives it. We build the tech. We prove it works. Now we need to unlock policy to match our pace. To unlock the full potential of decentralized AI infrastructure, here are 5 urgent actions. Number 1, fast-track permits. Distributed AI data centers shouldn't wait years for zoning approval. Give them the same consideration we give renewables. Interconnect reform. Allow decentralized compute to plug directly into local grids and microgrids. Make it easy to match clean energy with compute. Number 3, tax credits. Treat decentralized infrastructure like solar or batteries. If it's grid aligned and AI ready, it should be incentivized. Number 4, accelerate SMRs. Our smart modular reactors can prove clean, stable power for AI workloads. We need to move from pilot to production. Number 5, clarify DeFi legality. Don't let outdated securities laws freeze innovation. Decentralized physical infrastructure networks like DPINs deserve legal clarity. These aren't radical asks. These are pragmatic tools to accelerate a future that's already arriving. With the right policy tailwinds, we can make America the global leader in sovereign open AI infrastructure. We made the case. Now it's time to build. This isn't a closed garden. It is an open invitation. If you're a builder, deploy a model on Akash. Start shipping open intelligence. Help decentralize the base layer of AI stack. If you're an operator, spin up a star node. earn revenue while advancing compute layer of a freer digital economy. If you're an investor, reserve your Starbond. Be among the first to co-own the new layer of infrastructure. We're building infrastructure that matters, resilient, composable, and global. Infrastructure is destiny, but only if it's in the right hands of everyone. Let's build a cloud no one can shut down. Let's build the intelligence layer of a free civilization. Scan the QR, stake your role, join the Star Cluster. A type 1 civilization isn't built on one warehouse or by one company. It's born across 1,000 rooftops and million racks and billions of watts, all working in harmony. We now have the tools, the compute, the capital, and the will. Let's build an open planetary scale AI. Resistant, renewable, and unstoppable. Let's take control of the infrastructure that powers thought. And let's make sure intelligence remains a shared resource, not a captured asset. This is more than a project. It is a turning point. Let's meet at Kadisha 1.